Good morning, everybody. Thumpr fishing. Today is, Monday, March 4th, 2024. And we're back after it today. Today is a little bit different. I don't have a full or a half day of fishing like usual. I'm heading up north. I spent all weekend looking for the perfect, or at least what I consider the perfect crab trap, as I would like to incorporate when I'm going out on my kayak. I would like to drop some crab traps and catch some blue crabs, either for food, or they make a great bait, especially for redfish and black drums. So, save me some money in the future, and to maybe put some food on the table, I wanted to get some crab traps. Now, I looked at everywhere online, all the big retailers, all that kind of stuff, and the route that I decided to go with is a commercial crabber who's been crabbing for 20 plus years, and he's making his own traps. I figure he probably knows what he's doing, and they look like really good quality. They're not flimsy, because I wanted something that's, you know, good quality, sturdy, but it's not heavy, because obviously I think, you know, in Florida you can have up to 5 recreational traps for blue crabs, and I think that I could probably fit 2 on the back of my kayak. So that should be interesting in a future video. But yeah, so stay tuned for that. In this video, I will show you the traps that I did get. But I will be doing a video on some of the new regulations and rules that they've incorporated recently. So if you have old crab traps that you've been using, you might want to subscribe and keep an eye out, because there is some new rules. There's like a device, I forget what it's called, but it's like basically it helps prevent terrapins. They're like a turtle from getting in there and drowning, because you know they can't get out to get air. So they're requiring traps to have these devices, or honestly, I can't remember the name. I'll put it in right here because I can't remember right now. But like I said, I will be doing a video on that. But since I'm heading north, I figure, hey, let's do a little fishing on the way. So we're gonna stop off at a few spots. Haulover. If the fishing ain't good there, we'll keep going. Maybe we'll check out New Smyrna and Oak Hill. Those are all spots that I haven't even reconned yet. So that's the plan. We'll see if we can't get in on some fish. We'll probably do maybe a total of 2-3 hours of fishing as we travel up north. And then when we gotta head home, we'll go pick up the traps and we'll head home. So stay tuned. I will see you at the first location. Fingers crossed we can get on some fish to start this week off right. Anyway, everybody, I hope you all had a good weekend. And catch you on the water. All right, well, let's try this first spot. It is a kind of beautiful foggy morning, actually. A little cool breeze. I think it's about 68 degrees. Should be warming up here shortly. Wow. I thought for sure after I cleaned it up last week that someone this weekend would have trashed it. But then again, the weekend was full of really crappy weather. You can tell it's washed out a lot of that blue crab crap that's been here. Whew. Definitely still smells blue crabby in here. All right. Whew. Yeah, those crabs stank. All right. Let's just make sure we got our fish grips, our towel, everything on standby. Oh, that's why. Someone caught a puffer and then just... Puffers, you can't eat them. They're a nuisance. So I think people are just killing them just to get rid of them. Which, that's not something that I do. It just is what it is. I just either change spots or change my fishing style. So I'll have to look into it too. I don't even know the legality of the puffer fish. I've just always just let them go, you know. All right. Let me make sure I got this set up, and then we will cast some baits out. No, just kidding. We're not using bait today. What the heck? Do you guys? How the heck does that happen? Seriously? Okay then. I guess we'll do it the old-fashioned way. Okay, that was scaring me for a second. I'll show you in a second. It's a manatee. You guys see him right there? Rolling around. There's definitely a lot of manatees here. There's actually like a little sanctuary area right across the river here. I should have mentioned that last time, but that's almost 100% why you have so many here. All right, I'm thinking we're gonna do some Dr. Juice. And then we're gonna throw out this NLBN. I like to put the juice in here. Jeez, bro. You're a loud one, aren't you? All right. We're still recording, correct? Yes. Not sure if we're gonna want to add weight to this or not, but I never really tried this spot, so maybe it'll be a good idea, because I always see dolphins right here scaring up fish. So if he comes back to this spot multiple times, I'm thinking it's a safe bet that we can do the same. Sometimes you guys see what the animals are doing. Animals are out here all the time, so they're gonna be the experts. The experts. All right, trying to get my fish sent out. Well, you guys know, as usual, when I'm just getting to a spot and I want to get a feel for it, what I like to do is throw out my popping cork. And what we're gonna do is hit up this voodoo shrimp. It's the Cajun pepper with a chartreuse tail. I like to throw it in there. The scent will stay in there longer. We're gonna use some Dr. Juice this morning. First hit of the day. Can you tell it was a puffer? So much for that bait. Well, I've tried a little over a dozen spots within about 3 miles. Driven to a few different spots, hiked to a few different spots, and wow, it hasn't been this slow in a long time. I really was trying to beat that skunk. All I got was a puffer biting off the
the tip of my artificial. So yeah, one of those days. Not much people out here, not much people fishing. The people that I've seen out here, they were just getting started, but still not even a bite. Usually over here I at least get a small trout, something like that. But unfortunately, I think it was a lot to do with the rain that we had over the weekend. The water's looking really dirty, really milky, and there's a lot of debris in the water. So I think that I didn't bring the right, I mean, a lot of my lures and artificials are kind of set up for the usual clearer waters. But so maybe while we're out, we're gonna go pick up those crab traps, because like I said, I plan to do some blue crab fishing or trapping, and maybe we'll try and stop by somewhere and see if we can't grab another voodoo shrimp, but a little bit darker, to create that darker silhouette, something that I think the fish will see a little easier on days like today. Anyway, I might stop at a couple spots on the way to get the crab traps, check out a couple boat ramps. I'm not sure if I'll fish, but I'm trying to beat that skunk, so I might. So stay tuned. All right, well, this is the corner of the parking lot. I figure let's just cast a line out in here, see what we can find. I mean, just trying to beat the skunk at this point. That was a big old fly, or whatever he is. A bee, bumblebee. I'm all tangled up here. What the heck's going on? There we go. All right. What sucks is I'm pretty sure some kayakers already went through here, so. The water just over there, but I just don't know how I can get about, you know, getting over there basically. I'm thinking about throwing out the bait caster in here and trying it, but I'm just not the best at casting it, so it's kind of one of those things, you know. But I guess we'll try it. All right, let's make sure we rig this up so it's as weedless as possible. Oh my gosh, see what I mean? Whew. See if we can't cast this down this way a little bit. Dang it! Did tell you guys, right?
Alright guys, so like I said before, the fishing, woo, it's just non-existent today. I don't know what's going on. It's probably the mix of the dirty water from the rain over the weekends, and then probably, I don't know. It wasn't happening today. We fished for just under 3 hours, about a dozen spots within like a 3-mile radius. We ran into 2 or 3 other people fishing boats and on shore, and same story, just nothing was biting. I did get that puffer fish that bit my plastic in half. Thanks a lot. But yeah, besides that, it just wasn't happening. So I continued on the journey. I said today I wanted to go north to pick up these crab traps, and I figured we would just fish on the way, because you never know. If you don't try, you might, you could, on those little stops, sometimes you can hook up and be like, dang, the fishing's on. But unfortunately today that wasn't happening. So we went up, we met, and we got some blue crab traps, which I'm going to show you guys. And I plan to do a full extensive video on the traps that I got, and also some of the regulation changes, so you can make sure that your traps are meeting code. Because the last thing you want to do is be going out there and using a trap that you may have used for years, but you didn't know that there was a rule change or anything like that. So if you're not up to date with the current rules when it comes to crab traps or blue crabbing, stone crabbing, you definitely want to look into that, or subscribe to my channel. Sometime in the next week or 2, I will be doing a video on the crab traps. I'm waiting on a response from Fish and Wildlife from a question that I've asked in regards to the things that you need to add on to make them basically turtle safe. So once I get back an email from them about the parts that you need for that, and if someone told me that we're giving some out for free so people can modify their traps, but then a lot of people told me that they've ran out. So I'm trying to find that out for you guys. Once I get that information, I will post up a video so you guys can get your crab traps up to par, or legal in a sense. One thing that I did do is, when I was looking around all over, I'm still recording, right? Yeah. Potential spam is calling me. Okay. Hopefully that didn't stop. All right. So I spent all weekend looking at different traps: Bass Pro Shop, Walmart, Amazon, and a few on Facebook, and a couple other homemade ones I've seen online. Nothing really was just screaming out to me. Yes, you can get foldable ones or pretty good deals on the big box stores, but honestly, I have decent luck with those, and a lot of those you will have to modify them to meet or to become legal to use them in the state of Florida. So what I figured I would do is I basically messaged around. I found an old Navy vet that's been out here for 40 plus years, and he was a professional crabber. That's what he did. And now that he sold his crabbing business a couple years ago, his full-time gig is he's got some property out here, and he just builds crab traps for other professional commercial crabbers. So my thought and rationale to that is, if I want to use a trap and get the best bang for my buck, and make sure my traps are working, are legal, and are going to be the best of the best, go to the professionals. And I'm a huge believer that you should always look local. Always look local. If you can support local, especially in today's world, do it. Sometimes you might pay a little bit extra for someone local, but here's the thing: you will get better quality, because someone local that's making these things, word of mouth is huge. Reviews is huge. These big box chains, you'll get the great deal. You'll save some money, but that trap won't last you that long. So just my 2 cents. What I say is, look local. Find yourself a local crabber. Ask him where he's getting his pots. That's what I did. Now, they are a little bit larger than what you probably would get like on Amazon or something like that, but I measured it to the back of my kayak, and I'm pretty sure, we'll find out when we get home, but I'm pretty sure I could fit 2. In Florida you can have up to 5, but obviously I don't want to tower on my kayak, right? So my goal is that when I'm going out to go fishing, I want to be able to drop a crab pot or 2, and then do my fishing, go home, and then the next day or 2 come back, go fishing, and pick up my crab pots at the end of the day. So that's the goal, and I'm pretty sure I could comfortably fit 2. And like I said, you're not moving around a bunch with them on it. You're going out to your points, then you're gonna drop them, basically. So anyway, I will be doing a full video on these traps, how I have them set up, and some rule changes to make sure that your traps are up to code. So I'll stop my rant here. Be sure to subscribe, and also hit that like button. I apologize there was no fish in today's video. I definitely went out, I definitely tried. It's just, you know how it is when you're fishing sometimes. Sometimes it's not happening. I usually at least get a little trout in there, and there wasn't even that today. So, but we got outside. It's a beautiful day. We got some new crab pots, traps, whatever you want to call them. So we're gonna go home. We're gonna get that rigged up, and then also, hopefully I get it this week. I have an upgrade to the trailer. It's a cradle mount for the Hobie. It's another important buy that I think that you guys should look into. Anyway, again, I'm gonna stop my ramble. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I will catch you in tomorrow's video. Hopefully we get on some fish. Tight lines, everybody. Have a good week. Peace!